Good day everyone. Today we will discuss about lesson 4, models of technology enhance instructional lessons. So here are the lesson outcomes. First is identify how a technology tool is integrated in a lesson. Second is evaluated a sample lesson with the elements of technology integration and suggested how it can be enhanced. For now, I will discuss with you about the different roles of learners in the millennium and technology tools that facilitate learning. So we will just have a little introduction. So they say here, the conventional way of teaching in this century may outmode the preference of the present learners. The teacher providing the information while taking the center stage may not hold students' attentions for a longer time. This still works, however, but with the appropriate use of the right technology, tool, or application, a lesson becomes engaging. The roles that learners play in this millennium are no longer limited to being a receiver of information. They desire to be actively involved in the retrieval of information, repackaging them and using them to create something inconceivable before. So here are the 100 things students can create to demonstrate what they know. The learning place can also evolve, especially when you consider the varied roles that learners play. So the question is, what are your roles as a student? As learners, students play a crucial and active role in education. They involve and interact with students and teachers, participate in classroom discussions, and act in a receptive manner. So there is also the elements of flexibility. So, ibig sabihin, kaya ng mga estudyante na gawin yung mga assigned tasks nila at preferred times or manners of doing them. There are the 4 roles of learners. First is contributors, second is creators, third is communicators, and fourth is collaborators. So, contributors, learners can upload materials such as a video or an audio, post a message, submit an output in a Dropbox, or add documents and ebooks, and add a pictures or contribute to a digital world using a pop-up. So, how do learners become contributors? So, learners become contributors when they upload something useful to the online world. So, how did they upload? So, here are our first technology tools. This is the Dropbox. Dropbox is the personal online backup service that is frequently used for file sharing and collaboration. Users can save files to the folder, add new folder, and drag and drop files among folders just as if they were all new. So next is creators. Students can create a digital portfolio, or commonly known as an e-portfolio, or create a virtual posters or an interactive resource. They can produce a digital story, edit the entries, and share. So, katulad din siya ng contributors. Ang kaibahan lang nila ay dito sa creators ay nag-share ka lang o gumagawa ka lang. So, next is communicators. Using technology tools, students can chat with peers, post a reply in a blog, and contribute a comment to the Let's Thread flow. Creating a wiki, editing, and adding to it gives the students the chance to communicate their thoughts. Using the chat rooms or the web conferencing by Skype creates a new dynamic to what e-learning place is. So example for this is FB Messengers and Google Class. Diba? Through FB Messengers and Google Class, nagka-communicate ngayon ang mga teachers at ang mga estudyante. Next is collaborators. Capstone's projects can be outputs of collaboration. Students can participate in posting ideas in a forum where there can be an asynchronous discussion. So, nagiging collaborators po ang mga estudyante kung isasama natin sila sa isang forum dahil doon po magkakaroon ng collaborations, nagpa-participate po sila through their suggestions and comments. So, let's proceed to our next topic. They say here, there are many great ideas on how to integrate a technological tool or an applications in teaching the lesson. Identifying the possible role that students need to be can guide them to choose the appropriate way of using the right tool. So, as a teacher po sana, kailangan po natin i-consider natin kung naalamin kung ano ang types of rule of learners nga po yung ipinapakita ng mga estudyante natin. So, the bottom line is for you to integrate technology because learners become engaged and they learn better. Hence, a well-integrated base of technology is critical. So, one of the common tools is a mobile device. It is computing gadgets such as a smartphone or tablet computer that can be handheld and carried along by the user. So, the best example, for me, the best example is a cell phone. It's one of the best tool na ginagamit ng mga teacher during teaching learning time. So, ano pa nga ba ang mga iba't ibang technology tools na pwedeng i-adapt ng mga teacher sa pagtuturo sa ating learning process? So, nandyan yung blogs. So, blogs, it is a web page that you need to create and where you can write and post your ideas. So, through blogs, hindi na natin kailangan yung ballpen at saka papel. Pwede na tayo makapagsulat through using our cell phone mobile. So, then, allows you to share with the world what you think or feel. So, through blogs, masishare na natin sa mundo kung ano yung gusto nating sabihin, kung ano yung nasa isip natin, kung ano yung nararamdaman natin. Then, lastly is improve your writing skills. So, through blogs, sa pang-araw-araw natin ng pagsusulat, na-improve na yung, or na-enhance na yung writing skills natin. So, once you know a digital tools or an application, the next step is to think how you can use the tool when teaching lessons in your class. So, first is the blogging ideas. So, reflect on reading. Using blogs, post your reflections on a book that you are assigned to read. So, pwedeng gamitin ng mga teachers yung blogs para doon isulat ng mga estudyante yung books na binabasa nila. Picture prompt. Post a blog on your reflection based on a picture. So, through blogs, pwede gumawa ng isang reflection ang mga estudyante based on a picture. Stat. So, students can post their interpretations of a statistical data provided in class. dream on. So, pwede ang mga estudyante gumawa at mag-post about their dream destination by describing the culture, the people, and the scenic spots. Number 2 is web conferencing ideas. So, expert guest practitioner. Invite somebody who is an expert in a particular field into a web conference. So, dito po, pwede po tayong mag-invite ng guest para sa web conference. Share and compare. So, using web conferencing, so pwede tayo makapag-share to other groups or students from other schools. Mediated tutorial. Through web conferencing, learners can set a time for a tutorial session with an assigned peer. A variations can be a mediated tutorial by a teacher through any of the following web conferencing tools for teachers. For example, for Skype, FB Messenger, Meeting Brunner, GoToMeeting, Yugma, WebEx, and etc. So, there is another tool that can be accessed online and suited for sharing information or content and can allow engagements of students. So, this is called Padlet. Although it can be used for business, but with creativity, it can be appropriate for educational purposes. So one important step to select a tool is to study in its functions, identify which one will work for your class while having in mind and main purpose why you are teaching the lesson. As a result, your students become more engaged than ever before. So, Mr. Eric John Ocon will discuss about guide in designing a lesson and sample lesson plan that employs the use of mobile device.
Performance outcomes. Learners must be able to 1. Identify the plot of a given fiction in literature. Number 2. Write a summary of one section of the plot, any of the beginning, middle, or end. 3. Create a script to enact one section of the plot. 4. Use a mobile device to document the section of the plot and which has to be uploaded for the class to review. Prepare things needed in setting up the classroom. 1. A literacy material from a book. 2. Mobile device with a camera. 3. Internet access. 4. Mobile devices have to be charged. 5th, teacher needs to ensure that a platform has been set up where learners can upload their own material. Plan and push the instructional flow. 1. After finishing a particular fiction literature, such as a short story or a particular text, discuss with learners the elements of a plot, the beginning, the middle, and the end of the story. 2. Divide the class into smaller groups, assigning each team to work on the plot of the story in any of the 1. Beginning, 2. Middle, or 3. End. Number 3. Each team will write a short script that summarizes the portion of the plot assigned to them. 4. Then they will act out a scene and make use of their mobile device to record their final play. Fifth, the recording will then be uploaded to the class site or class wiki for the rest of the big class to review and comment. Provide plausible possibilities. 1. The written script of a scene can be acted out like in a radio play using the audio recording feature of their mobile device like in a podcast. This can also be uploaded in the class site. 2. As a team, create a different ending or inject a different twist in the story. The team can select the best plausible twist. In designing a lesson, always remember that it is not about the technology tool upon which the lesson revolves. Rather, it has to be objective of the lesson and the knowledge and skills to be taught that will guide you in selecting the appropriate tool or aid in order to achieve those objectives. So the following steps may be a good guide. Step 1. Identify learning objectives based on the topic or content. 1. Determine if the objectives are observable or can be manifested by the learner. 2. Consider the topic or subject matter that needs to be covered in the lesson. Step 2. Determine knowledge and skills. 1. Analyze student knowledge and skills. 2. Determine how students will be able to learn the knowledge and skills. 3. Look for resources that can be useful in achieving the objectives. Step 3. Select a tool or an instructional aid to use. 1. Be familiar with the tool you have selected and learn how to use it. 2. Consider the content that needs to be placed in the tool or the information that goes with the use of the tool. Step 4. Determine the method of assessment. Use a criteria to evaluate the technology tool or instructional aid, but always considering the content as the most important criterion. 2. Consider the quality of information, the technological skills needed by the students, or how you can present the technology tool that would suit you or your objective.